Hi friends, thank you guys for being here. My name is Tato in case you are new to the channel, and I just celebrated my first year as a first time homeowner. First year, first time homeowner, and let me tell you, this has been one crazy ride of my life. This has been the craziest ride of my life. So I thought, you know what, while it's still fresh, while I'm still living this reality, let me have a sit down and just share some of the things that I wish somebody would have told me and advised me before entering the market. So, without even wasting any time, let's get to the first point. Point number one, you have to start the mental transition from being a tenant to being a first time homeowner. Why do I think this is very important? There are certain things I got to experience as a first time homeowner that I never considered. Like, for example, did you know that garage doors need annual servicing? Like, I did not know that garage doors are like a car, which actually makes sense because they need to be serviced. How did I get to find this out? Because my garage door has been breaking and falling apart on numerous occasions. You have no idea how frustrated I was. So I think this is very important for you to make the adjustment. Right now, you are a tenant, and that means that when anything breaks, when anything isn't working, what do? Either you call the landlord or the agent taking care of the property, or you shoot them an email. But you can do the adjustment now before you become a first-time homeowner. What you can do is make yourself acquainted with the cost of fixing things. Yes, you currently call the landlord, but acquaint yourself with what you would do if the property you are currently living in was your own. The geyser breaks. Go into Google and find the nearest geyser repair person that's available and ask them, if you were to come and fix my geyser today, how much would you charge me? People, first of all, charge you a fee for just coming to your house. Before they even find out what the issue is, there is that call out fee. Find out what that is and just ask a ballpark figure. Say, this is what's happening. The geyser is not warming up, or the motor is not working for my gate, or the motor is not working for the garage door. How much would it be to fix it? What is the cost of servicing the garage door? Acquaint yourself with these figures so that when you are in your house, you do not have a breakdown, because I promise you, these are the things that can make you not enjoy that first year or the process, or the first few moments of home ownership. And another thing that's also important, I would say, if you have the available fund, start saving towards that. It's not only just saving towards the attorney fees and transfer costs and all that. Start saving towards maintaining your home, because the last thing that you want is to go into a home that you are just making it into in terms of your expenditures, and you can't maintain it, because then the value of your house is going to go down if you don't maintain it. You want your house to be an asset that appreciates in value, not depreciates. If you don't take care of your home, it's going to depreciate in value. Do what you can now before you become a homeowner to make sure that this becomes an asset that appreciates in value. You can do it before you get there. All right. The second advice I would give you, I think this one is everywhere across the internet. You know, when you apply to the bank to ask your affordability, you are most likely, well, this is what happened with me. I was given two different figures. Affordability for a 20-year mortgage and affordability for a 30-year mortgage. I would advise you not to take the 30-year mortgage figure. That's a higher figure, meaning you can afford a bigger house, right? But you're paying it over a long term. Most videos that you'll come across are advising against that, because they're saying, yes, as much as you are paying lower installment, you'll be paying higher interest. Now, I am going to give you different advice to add on to that. Like I said, I was given the 20-year and 30-year option, and the difference in price was 500,000 rands, so 500,000. I took the lower option, but as per the title of this video, my mortgage currently is 80%, or it takes up 80% of my salary. That's the mortgage, the insurance, the levies, taxes, and stuff like that. All that lumped together make up 80% of my salary. Obviously, this was not the case when I qualified for the house. It's because of the interest rates going crazy high over the last year, right? But because I took the 20-year option, I still have this option to, within the same mortgage, change it to a 30-year mortgage. So if you go find a house for the 20-year mortgage, you are giving yourself leverage. You're giving yourself an allowance to, if push comes to shove, change over to the 30-year option should your affordability, your income, or whatever change in economic circumstances push you in that direction. While still there, I will say this: I still haven't changed my mortgage to a 30-year mortgage because I want to use up each and every single, or rather, I want to trim the fat in every single area before I use that ticket. So this is going to be my last resort. What do I mean by that? When the interest rates started rising, I took different measures to make sure that I cut down my expenses. I took different measures to make sure that I try and increase my income. For example, this channel. I am doing different things, decreasing expenses and trying to increase my income before I say, you know what, I have done everything humanly possible and I still can make it. If I were to ever get to that point, then I will call the bank and say, I want to change my mortgage to a 30-year mortgage. That will then reduce my installment and give me more breathing room. But that's a last resort. So by you not going to buy a bigger house at a 30-year with a 30-year or mortgage, you are giving yourself leverage should you have a change in circumstances, whether it be personal or economic. All right. The third advice I would give you: you have to acquaint yourself with financial news. I don't know where you are. Not everybody, I've come to realize, watches the news. And I personally was not following interest rate news prior to being a homeowner. I was not. But if you are about to enter the market, if you are looking to enter the market, I would advise you now to start enjoying watching the news, knowing the cycle, the monetary policy cycle, to know when does your Reserve Bank review interest rates. Like here, it's every 2 months. Every 2 months, there are people who sit and determine your life trajectory. There are people who sit every 2 months who determine whether more is going to be coming out of your pocket or less. So acquaint yourself with interest rate or monetary policy issues now, so that when you are in the housing market, you can understand the effect of these changes in interest rates. You can understand the impact it has on you as a person. Watch this news, watch what other mortgage holders are saying in these documentaries, how they are struggling and what they are doing to adjust to the changes in interest rates. It's twofold. On one side, interest rates can be increased, right? Meaning that you have to pay more. What do you then do in such situations if you haven't budgeted? You reduce your expenses, you increase your income. On the other side, interest rates might reduce, meaning that if you have a variable interest rate or variable mortgage, your installment reduces. You then have to ask yourself, what should that happen in the economy? What am I going to do? Am I going to allow my installment to reduce? Therefore, I have a higher disposable income, or am I going to continue to pay the same amount so that I pay off my mortgage quicker, so that I cancel out the interest rate that I'm being charged by the bank? These are things you can acquaint yourself with and learn before you become a homeowner, and I promise you they will make a huge difference to your journey as a homeowner. Acquaint yourself with the news, acquaint yourself with monetary policy issues. All right. Another point that I want to make: when you become a first-time homeowner, there is obviously the excitement of this big achievement, but I want you to be aware of falling into the trap of, one, doing major renovations in your first year of home ownership, and or two, doing large purchases in the first year of home ownership. Why do I say this? Like I said, you'll be excited. You are a first-time homeowner. You have your own place. You want it to look a certain way. You have this vision as to how you want your house to look like. But I would advise you to acclimatize yourself with the costs of having a house. Acclimatize yourself with having that debit order go off. It's not just the mortgage, it's the insurance, it's the taxes. These things change. For example, you need to know how often is your house valued, such that the taxes and rates and levies are adjusted. You might end up finding that the year that you bought the house, which is like me, is the year that levies, rates, and taxes are being adjusted. You may find that in the year that you become a homeowner, like myself, is the year that interest rates start changing drastically. Do not make any huge renovations and purchases in the first year until you can feel comfortable with the fact that, you know what, I got this. I can keep up with my mortgage repayments. I can keep up with my living expenses. Now I can decide that I want to break that wall. I want to buy a new couch. I want to buy a new this and that. Acclimatize yourself with the costs of home ownership in the first year before doing any major purchases. That being said, alternatively, what you can do is that on top of these things, you start, on top of saving for the down payment and saving for the transfer cost and all that, you can start saving for whether it be renovations or new purchases for the house. So have a different savings account where you say, this money I'm allocating towards doing renovations in my house. This money I'm putting towards doing any new purchases. Like I want a new bed, I want a new couch when I move into my home, my own house. All right. All right, friends, these are all the points that I have for you. I hope that this really helps you. Like I said, you don't have to wait to be a homeowner to learn these things. You don't have to be to wait to become a first-time homeowner to actually start making the adjustment to get in there. And I truly, truly pray that, unlike me, you don't get to experience this the way I did, where from the moment that I signed my offer letter, my mortgage repayments have been going crazy high. I pray that you will enter the market when it's stable and that you will get to enjoy the journey. That being said, I have truly enjoyed it because I have adjusted my lifestyle to ensure that this house stays my house. That's the aim. You want to buy a house that will stay your house. So let me know what you think. Anything that you have experienced and that you feel like I haven't mentioned that you think will be valuable to other people who becoming first-time homeowners, or something that you heard in another video that you think is important. Drop it in the comment section. I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. See you guys.